I'm Debbie Godfrey. Welcome to the Positive Parenting Pep Talks podcast.
Today, we're going to begin our discussion on power struggles. And this is probably going to take us a couple of weeks, I would guess, because unlike undue attention, which was a very simple 4-step process to redirect, keeping just a few simple things in mind works 80% of the time. Redirecting power struggles is much more complex. Kids power struggle with us every day for many, many reasons, and we plug in with them as well. And so the first couple of sessions, I'm going to go over some things to keep in mind while we're redirecting power struggles. So a few general principles. And then I'm going to go through a series of ideas for redirecting power struggles. Now, each of these ideas may work in one or two of your power struggles. They won't work for all your power struggles. And each power struggle you have, one or two of these ideas might work. So don't think in terms of, is this going to fit every power struggle that I have? But what you want to do is when you get into a power struggle with your child, you're going to hope that one of these ideas will pop into your head. So the first thing that I want to talk about is that power struggles are always verbal battles. So we're going to tell our children to do something or to come here, or we're going to give them some directive, and then they're going to say no, or they're going to do no in some form or fashion. And so when they resist, when they dig their heels in, that's when we begin to feel provoked and challenged. That's when we'll identify that it's a power struggle. And what happens is we train them to get the last word in. How do we do this? We model it. So when we get in power struggles, we keep telling them, we'll tell them to do something. So clean up your room. No. I said clean up your room. No. Don't you talk back to me. You better clean up your room. I'm not going to do it. You better get your room cleaned up right now, young lady, or you're in big trouble. No. And the power struggle just persists. We role model getting the last word in, meaning that we're actually showing them you have to keep fighting. You have to keep in the verbal battle. So the first step always to redirecting a power struggle is going to be to stop talking. So the moment that you recognize you're in a power struggle with your child, you want to stop talking. This is very difficult because we expect our kids to do it. However, they are not born knowing how to do this. This is a very, very high level communication skill. It doesn't come early, it doesn't come easily, and it only comes at all if we role model it. So from the time your kids are little, you ask them to do something once, and then when they resist or they put up a fight, you stop talking. This is going to role model for them how to do it. And after 3 or 4 or 5 years of you role modeling this for them, they will finally learn it. So it's really, really important, this first step. Now, of course, this is not the only step, but it's always the first step. So since I haven't given you any tools yet for how to get out of the power struggle, for today, each time you get into a power struggle, just notice your urge to continue to verbally engage with the child. And of course, because you don't have tools to do instead, that's fine if you want to keep doing that. But if you don't, practice just stopping for a moment, shutting your mouth, and just observing. Stay present with your child. Don't leave. Don't, turn and walk away, and don't give them a glare or anything. Just stop talking and look at the child like, I love you. I want to work this out with you, but I'm not willing to fight with you, and I'm not willing to give in either. We're going to figure out how we can work this out together. This is all in your head. So just for today, notice each power struggle. Notice your urge to want to keep engaging verbally and give it a shot. Try to stop talking. And tomorrow we'll go over some other ideas, and then eventually I'll give you the tools for getting out of that power struggle. Have a great day. Happy parenting.
I hope you enjoyed today's episode of the Positive Parenting Pep Talks podcast. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Debbie Godfrey, owner and founder of positiveparenting.com. I hope you'll go and check out my website and follow me on Instagram and let me know about what you thought about today's episode. Did you learn something new? Were you able to do something different with your children? Did you have a success story? Those are my favorite to share. Let me know. Contact me. I'd love to hear from you. And also, what future topics would you be interested in hearing about on the Positive Parenting Pep Talks podcast? Thank you so much for being here and for all of your support. Take care and happy parenting.